This is Irontrader, and this is the weekend edition. Today we're going to take a look here first at Bitcoin, at gold, silver, the US dollar, and then we'll take a look here at a couple of my favorite trades, Tesla and NVDA. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell a stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, first out of the gate here is we have this Bitcoin. Okay. Now, you can see here where we put a top in here, and it just could not break through. And then we had a nice double top situation, and it came all the way down here, and we were below that key 8 simple moving average. Now, what happened here is we went up there, tried to rally, same right there, and the same way here like on Friday, but you notice that it can't close above the 8-day. See, once that price gets below that 8-day, see that I always talk about, then it's very, very difficult here to get through. Now, again, it got through on this level here, but where to go? Right into the 100-day and then right back on down. Okay, so let's take a look here at the upside first. So these are going to be big numbers here, so we just have to kind of like adjust it. All right, so here we have the first is 58,317. That is going to be key on a closing basis, okay? So if we can get above that, then we'll look to this high here. You're looking at 59,895. If we can get above all that there, then what we're looking here is at this 21-day, you're looking at 61,743, and then we have your 50-day going on here at 64,470, and then we have your 100-day at 64,864, okay? But realistically, you have to get above this 8-day and close above, not just get above, but close above. That is the key. Then we can start leveling it all the way up. Now, there is resistance here going here on the left-hand side. Also, when you look at the top of these candles here, you always want to look at the candle, the high, the low, and the closing. And that gives you support and resistance levels. But right now, we're just looking at these big numbers here, which is your 8-day, your 21-day, your 50-day, and your 100-day. Now, somehow this kind of blasts up, and I think eventually this will rip back up here again higher. We got to get above that 64,864. If you do here, then what we can do is we just go right to the left here, right up the charts. Okay, so then you're looking here at 66,675 here. We'll rally it up here to 67,572. We'll come up to the top of this candle. You're looking at 68,855. But realistically, you're looking at that 70,480. That's going to be your really big target if we can get above the 8 to 21-day to 50-day and your 100-day. That is going to be a big, big target because that's basically this candle. Now, again, with this double top situation that went in here, then we're going to be looking at that as your next resistance levels. So you got 72,660, and then we can come all the way up here to the 74,415. If you break out of this, you're going to 100K. There's no question about it. You're going to eventually, it's not going to be instant, but you are going to rally. But again, you just have to look at how Bitcoin can run. Okay, we had a low all the way up here. Where you look at this low, you're looking down in 39,450, and look at this. Look at that run, that what you can actually do here, okay? So when we look at the big picture, we just have basically sideways action kind of going, and you notice that it did hold this key level here. It hasn't went below that or even touched that 200-day as of yet. Now, when you look at the MACD, we're getting to like oversold conditions here. Your RSI here, well, that's just kind of hanging on the bottom here, showing that there's no strength as of today, okay? So again, now let's just look at the downside. So obviously, if you want to look at the bottom of this candle, you're looking at 57,235, and then Friday's low is that 56,685, and then we can just follow the candles right on down here. Okay, you have 56,540. We have on this candle right here, you got 54,580, and then we can come to here. We just follow that price channel. You're looking at 53,635. That's going to be very, very key. And then right below that, this 200-day should provide very good support if it keeps selling up. So you're looking at 51,782. And then if you look below that, we have this 50-day here at 47,838. But realistically, this just looks like a kind of like a sideways action because everything is already in the sell, oversold condition kind of an area. So I just think here is going to be a little patient. And once you crack above that 8 SMA here, then we can just start ratcheting it up very, very nicely. Now, when you look at the weekly chart, what I don't like here is see how this 8-day, now you rolled over, you crossed over that 21-day. There's your 21-day sitting at 64,516. But look where your 8-day is, hey, 63,986. That's never really good. So if this does have a rally, this here is going to be pretty good, big time resistance here going up here on a weekly basis, okay? Now, right here, you look at your MACD here, that green is over your red. That's still that's that's a sell signal right there, and that looks like it wants to go lower. The RSI kind of flattened out here a little bit here. But again, your big level here is going to just, you want to watch, is going to be that 8 SMA here. That's going to be very key on a closing basis by the end of the week, 63,986. And then right above it is that 64,516. But if you're trading Bitcoin, I just think what you have to do is just have a little bit of patience, because I just think eventually this will rip back up here. But then again, see, like this level, what you do is you just always look to the left of the chart, because that was your breakout. See how that's why you use these blue lines. These are price channels. And see, you can just bring that right across. See, and there's your support level. If you leave that 200-day, you can come all the way down here. Okay, see that, and just follow these top of these candles here all the way on down. That is your support levels. Okay, now your big levels are going to be your simple moving averages, your 8-day, 21-day, 50, 100-day, and 200-day on any chart that you put on. So you can put these all on one chart. That's what I always do. And you trade all of them. You don't just trade one, say, oh, I'm just following the 8-day. Oh, no. You follow everyone, because if you can get above this 8-day, the next resistance is going to be that 21-day. Very clear. Get above that, next resistance is going to be that 50-day, and then your 100-day, and so on. Okay, but right now I think just here with the Bitcoin, just be a little bit of a patient kind of scenario here, because we're trading in this upper range. We just have energy building, okay, and once you get above that 8-day, she can fly real quick. Okay, let's take a look here at gold. Okay, gold is kind of the same scenario as what you have on the big Bitcoin there, because what you got is these are currencies. Kind of a situation, or in that neck of the woods. So we got that same trading action here. Now you notice that when it came all the way down, let me see if I can pick that up, make it a little clearer for you. Okay, see when it came right on down. Okay, we got down this low here as 2304. Okay, then we had that nice retest here, 2304, and then we just started moving up here. This is when you have that red candle that does the retest. The next day, if we have that green candle, that's usually your buying opportunity. Now, we had a little sideways action, but eventually when you get this, that's the time to rally right on up here higher. Now, what we're looking for here on the upside is going to be looking here for this 2430. Okay, that's going to be very key. Friday here would look like we had a bottoming tail. So that's what we're looking at is 2430 situation. Now, again, if we can get above all that there, and then what you always want to do is look to the left here. Okay, so you got 2448. And then here's the big boy at 2454, okay? So obviously, if you can get above that, you go into a 2500. That would be your next target. Now, again, it's not going to be instant like Bitcoin, but again, that would be the target here. But you have to break above that 2454 and close above it. That's the key. But what I like about this chart is here, see the 8-day? See, now your price is above the 8 days, okay? So that's always bullish. See how nice that is? So when you get that price above, when it sells down, that creates huge support levels here. Okay, so as long as that is above, that's looking very bullish. Plus, you cross the 21-day and the 50-day. That's always a good bullish sign here. So what you want to do is just watch the top of that candle right there. That's at 2430, and then we can do is just follow the rest of the candles up here. But always look to the left of the chart, because that's going to be key, that 2448, because that had that big run up and then spiked down and then blew up above that. It came down, but that was the one that was that breakout candle, 2448, and then obviously 2454. Now, here you can see it real clearly on the weekly. It just basically chopped sideways action, but look how nice this is here above that 8 SMA here. Look at that, the 21-day, see? Look at it, that 50-day, the 100-day, the 200-day. Everything is bottom left, upper right. That's what you want to see on a bullish chart, okay? So your RSI here looking good. You're only at 60. That could rally up. And look here on these. It's just like an a sold condition here. You got plenty of room to run up here in the MACD. This MACD here on the weekly is curling up here, and you got plenty of room on your RSI here. So basically, just watch this, because I think it's going to be a matter of time here, because you can break out of that 2454 here and go higher. Okay, let's take a look here at silver. Okay, silver, we have pretty much the same kind of a scenario going on here. Okay, we reached that high at 32.75, and then we came all the way down here. You can see here where we hit a lower low at 32.51, and that's kind of like a double top situation, and came right on down. But you notice here, you're holding that key 50-day, and now see, look at this 8 SMA here. Okay, so the 8 SMA is back again above the 50-day, as you're above the 21-day, and now we're rolling up here nice. Now, even Friday's candle came all the way down, but you notice that it closed above that 3101, okay? So that is going to be the key level going on here, okay, on the downside. If that's lost here, then you can come down to 21 day at 30.10, and then we can come down to your 50 day at 29.88, and then you have your big retest down here at 28.73. Obviously, if that's lost, okay, then you can come down to your 100 SMA here, and maybe even down to this candle going on here at 26.25. But right now, this looks here very, very bullish. We just have sideways action going on here. So what you want to do is you want to watch the top of that candle. That's at 32.01, okay? And obviously, if we can get above that, then what we do is we can come over here. Okay, you got right here, what do you have? You've got 32.28, and then we'll have that 32.51, and there's your retest there at 32.75. You crack above that, you're going to 35. Okay, that's going to be the first stop because that's how she's going to ratchet right on up here. So when you look at your MACD here, it's not as good as what the gold is, but you're still in that bottom kind of an area. Green is over your red. That's very, very positive. You only got a 55 here on your RSI, showing that you do have strength here. I just came off here a little bit on Friday because you had that red candle. On a weekly chart here, you can see how nice and clear this is. You really got to just break above that 32.75, and then 35 would be your target. Same way here, your RSI looking good. Your green over your red, that's looking good here. So realistically, you just got to have a little patience with this. The key to this whole thing is going to be holding that 8 SMA on a closing basis, that 21 day and that 50 day. And again, if that's lost, you're going to come out to your 28.73 here. But you can see how nice that it held it, that support level, and now your prices are above that 8 simple moving average. Now, an easy way to trade gold is how I do it, is with GLD. That's an ETF. There's many ways to trade it. Same way it's silver, it's SLV. Easy in, easy out. Not all them fees and all this nonsense. Boom, in and out, boom, you're gone. It's just like that, okay? So never have an opinion. Just trade what's in front of you here. But right now, watch that 8 day here on the downside, and then watch the top of that 32.01 on the upside. You crack above, there's your big target at 32.75. You break below that 31.01, well, right here, you're going to go to that 21 day and possibly even that 50 SMA here at 29.88. Okay, let's take a look here at the US dollar. Okay, here we have the US dollar. Now you can see she's fallen off here, okay? So what we had here is you had a lot of patterns within this chart here, okay? See, so you have left shoulder, right shoulder, your head, inverse head and shoulder, and a rally right up nice. Same thing we have going on here, okay? So, but again, it rallied right up here, but then you can see how we had that double top situation. So when you see that green candle of 106.51 and it sells down, and then you see that retest there at 106.49, that's even a lower low. That's usually the kiss of death where she's going to come right on down. Now you're holding this level here, but now you can see how this is just falling right on off here. So let's just look at the downside here first. So what you want to do for support levels is you really just want to watch the bottom of that candle, okay? So you're looking at 103.99. That's going to be a very, very crucial area. And then if not, we can come all the way down here. You're looking at 103.88 level here. Then we can come over here, look at the top of that candle, 103.64. You have 103.39. But realistically, you're looking at the bottom of this candle, 103.17. And then we can come all the way here, okay, 102.73. You have 102.66. And you can come right here at 102.35 level here. But again, I like to always show you where it could possibly go if we just follow the candles down. But realistically, just watch right here. This is the key level here, that 103.99 here, okay? So that's what we're always going to be watching. Now, when you look at this weekly chart here, you can see here how you had some really good trading action. You had that 99.57. It rallied up, put that double top in here, but then it made a higher low, which is always good, that 161 versus what that is. And then you just kept on making higher lows here. So really, we're still right here. That pattern is still intact until you would come down and retest this all the way down to 102.35. But there is a lot of support here all the way here before you get all the way down to that 102.35 level. See, all the way down there, okay? So you have all this here before we hit that, okay? So we got to see how this is all going to shake out here, but you can see the double tops in play, and we got to see how this is going to be going to go here going forward. Now, when you look at the upside, you really have to reclaim this 200-day 104.50, like, ASAP. Then right above it here, you have 104.75, and then we have that 8-day, which I don't like, 104.94. See how that curled up? Now you're below that 21-day, below the 50-day, and that looks like it just wants to come right on down. So if it can rally, watch that 8-day, and then watch that 50 SMA, and then you have that 21-day all the way up here, and then your big retest at 106.13 here. But the key to all this is going to be if we can hold this level. Okay, if you can hold this level right here and bounce right back up again, then the dollar is still okay. If not, you're just going to follow these candles down and get lower here until you come all the way down to that 102.58. Now, again, if that's lost here, you can come all the way down to the bottom of this candle here. That's at 161, and then all the way down to 99.57. Okay, and then but we have that 200-day right there, sitting right there also. But okay, you just have to see how it rolls over and how fast it rolls over. So look how this is. See all that? That just rolled over. Okay, and then you put a red candle here. Then we had that. See this? This is just a perfect bear flag situation. And then what it is, it couldn't get through that 50-day. It came right on down. Now, again, if you want to know a little here, like about candlesticks and about chart patterns, and especially it has bull flags, bear flags, just go on my playlist. Everything is right there. Just click it right on here, and it shows you this is like a perfect example of a bear flag situation where you have the big pole, and then it goes green, can't get through, and then boom, all the way on down here. Okay, so right now the dollar here is looking really a little kind of like it's rolling over here. So watch that 103.99 level. If that doesn't hold, then we'll follow the candles all the way until we get all the way on down. Okay, let's take a look here at NVIDIA. Okay, here we have NVIDIA. Now, last week here, we had that CPI report came out, and actually in March, it rallied up here pretty hard in the pre-market. Okay, all the tech got up, and this got up to like 137 and change. Okay, so right here, what it's showing here, it got up to 136 and 15, but this is regular hours. Okay, so in pre-market, it was 137 and change. A level. Then it sold right on off here because it looks like the inflation came down. But if you notice on Thursday on the PPI report, which is the producer price index, which is actually your wholesale thing, that was way off. I mean, that like doubled inflation. So that put a really big crimp like into the Fed because everything looked good on Wednesday. Oh yeah, inflation is coming down. But then he had almost double, and then the revisions on the PPI, and that went up also here. So the Fed's going to have a real tough time. I think they might cut, but I don't think it's going to be till September. And it might be just a quarter point. It's not going to be like what everybody wants. They're going to cut in July and August, September. That's all. I just don't agree with that at all. I just think that the Fed is going to keep looking at it because the last thing they want to do is start cutting rates. And that inflation comes right back into it. Exactly. And that's exactly what it'll do because people will start buying more houses again. And they'll start doing this and doing this and this. And then that inflation just rattles right in here. You're better off just leaving it a little bit higher for longer and get this inflation going out of the situation. So anyway, tech had a really good day, and then it's just sold right off here. Okay, it sold right off. But then you notice on Friday it kind of came back here a little bit here. Okay, so when we look at NVIDIA, this is one of my favorite trades because I think you've got years on this with the AI. I think they got the lock on the market for right now. And I just think you can get anywhere from 2 to 5 years out of this NVIDIA here of looking really strong on the stock wise here. I think eventually this will go to 160 area, 175, 200 area very easily here. Just got to be a little bit patient here with it. So I have long positions in NVIDIA. I have it for years. And then I also trade this daily because it's the thing I like about this is how Tesla is. It's a big time mover. You got big volume, you got big movement, and that's exactly what you want like for trading. Okay, so you can see where it came down here, but we were holding that 21-day in that 8 SMA. Now Friday here we closed actually up back above it, so we're right here. So let's look at the downside. You're looking at 128.49. That's going to be very key on a closing basis. And then we have 127.66. That's going to be your 21 SMA here. Okay, now if that is lost here, we come down here. You're looking at 125.68 here. Then what we'll do is we'll come in here, look at this level. You're looking at 121.36, and then we have 121.03, and then we have 118.83, and then you can come all the way down to this level here, 118.04 kind of level. Now again, if that's all lost, so you got that 50-day sitting at 112.72. But again, I just think that any kind of a sell-off in this is a buying opportunity. Now, again, once fall comes here, September, October, you might have a big sell-off in the market because if you look at all the indexes, you are at nosebleed territory. Okay, so if this sells down, this is the one that you want to get back into. On any sell-off. Now, if this really gets hammered, say. Okay, then what I do is I want you to watch is the bottom of this. Okay, see 106.94. And look to the top of that, 106.48. See, there's your gap, your fill. That's going to provide support. If that's lost, look at this here, okay? 101.52, there's your gap. Look to the top of that candle, 96.02, there's your fill. And say, I don't think I know if it's going to get down here, but if it did, this is the buying opportunity here of a lifetime, because I know you can make a double on this here with no problem at all if it happens to get down to this area. But right now, as long as it holds that 8-day, okay, and that 21-day, we're doing really, really good here on the upside. So let's just take a look at the upside. So what we want to watch is that 131.92 level. Okay, if it gets above that, then we'll come up here, 133.82. We have 135.10, and then we'll have 136.15 level here, which is just below the 136.33. So when you look at this candle here at 136.15, 136.33, that was really your resistant level where she was going to go here on a daily time frame, not just the pre-market or aftermarket, but on a daily. And then again, if we can get above that 140.76, that's your big target. But if you crack above that, you're going to 150 like almost like instant. Okay, that'll take it right on up. Now, if you look at the rest of this here, your green is still below your red, so that's very weak. You want to get that green above that red. See that? And then that's a good buying signal to take that bad boy higher. But your RSI here is still looking good. You're hanging around very, very, very good strength kind of situation. So, everything here is looking really good. So basically, as this ran up here, you're holding this 8 SMA at that 121.76. And that's always very, very bullish as long as that price tag is above and closes above that 8 SMA here for the week. So you got all the way till next Friday. And then again, you have that 140.76. A crack above that, she goes to 150. But this is a good, on any kind of a pullback, this is a good buying opportunity, and it's a great daily scalper. Okay, let's take a look here at Tesla. Okay, here we have Tesla, okay, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, we have this big ass red candle going on here. It got as high as 271, and then we came all the way on down. So what I did is I didn't have any trade. I when it starts getting up in this nosebleed section, and you look at your RSI here, I just take the trade off here, okay? As the candles start to get smaller, that's just take it off, and then look what happened here, okay? So she sold right now. Now, they're supposed to have this robo-taxi out here on August 8th, okay? Now they delayed that to October, okay? So 2 more months. The problem I'm seeing with this, and this is why it rallied up here, okay? But you notice here, where did it go to? Right into that 8 simple moving average, okay? So that's the key. So you close at 248.23, and that's right below your 249.62, your 8 simple moving average. Now, the problem I see with this, and everybody's getting excited, okay, this is going to delay until October. We had to sell off. Now we're going to get right back into it. The problem with this is this looks like they're only going to make some, like, demo models here, like they do with the Cybertruck. Okay, they don't have these robo taxis like in full production. It's just like they're gonna bring out a couple, 3 of these and just see how they're gonna work. So you got to be really patient here with the stock. To me, this is just a trading stock. I get there into that AI, I get all that kind of situation, and they're talking about building a car for 25 grand, which is total bullshit. There's no way you're going to build an electric car. The battery is going to be way more than what that ever is going to be. You're going to be 15 grand for a battery, for a car. There's no way you can build a car for 10 grand. Okay, so unless you're going to get a lot of subsidies, that's just not going to work. Okay, so what you have to do on this here, for me, this is a trading stock, okay? And that's how I look at it. I don't know about an investing stock because anything could happen just like we had here. If he comes out with more nonsense and they postpone this here from October to, till the end of the following year, then you're going to drop right off the map here. But I think this one is so touchy that you're better off just trading it, and don't worry about getting the highs and low, okay? So like Friday, you had a low of 233.09 and a high of 248.23. I can't remember how many points I scalped out of it, but once I see it going right around into this 8 SMA here, boom, I'm out, okay? Just like that. So don't worry if you buy the bottom, sell the top. Scalp as much as you can out of it. If you can get 5 points, you can get 6 points, 8 points, 10 points. If you get 1 point, it doesn't matter. What do you really care, okay? All you're into trading is just about the money, not about the companies, okay? That's what you want, money in your pocket. Now, if you notice here on when this the bottom here was 233.09, but okay, we had a bottom here of 234.25. So it went just a little bit below that, but 231.30. Okay, so it never filled this gap. So now we have this gap. So you want to watch 233.09, and we want to watch the top of that candle there at 231.30. Then we want to watch the bottom of this candle, 218.06, and then we want to watch the top there at 213.23. There's another gap and fill. And then you have your 21-day, your 200-day, but just watch this gap, the bottom there, that's gap in your fill, and then the bottom there gap and the fill if this gets hammered and comes all the way on down here. Okay, so when you start getting this RSI in this node bleed section here, that tells you that you got to get out of that trade here. Okay, if you miss a couple points, who gives a shit? Okay, we'll catch the next trade. You know, they come around every day here with the Tesla. You can see here how you can just scalp this daily, and that's all I do. Now, I get it. Some people are just investors. They want to take it long. If you want to take it long, I would wait until this pulls back here to this 205 area. Then I would take it long. Okay. But until then, just trade this thing because anything can happen like this red candle. If they postpone that robotax, they postpone this, or they do that and they do this, you know what I'm saying? Or the earnings come out there and not going to make I don't know, you know, like that. You know, it just here, just trade the stock and you will make money. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay. Now, again, the futures open here at 6 o'clock. So I'll have a video for you here before 7 o'clock, and it'll be on crude oil and natural gas and get you set up for Monday. Now, but what I want you to watch here on Sunday night here and tomorrow here, there was an assassination attempt against Trump. Now, again, this site here, this channel here is not politically at all. Okay. So if you're Republican, great. If you're Democrat, great. Okay, this is America. It's your choice. You do whatever you want. Okay, that means nothing here in trading. Okay, and nothing here on that site. So I just want to make that clear. But okay, they had an attempt on his life. Trump, he got shot in the ear, but he's okay. Okay, so and the Republican convention is going to be on Wednesday. I believe that's going to be on Wednesday here. Okay, now I think the way the market looks, and if you get some of those like Jamie Dimon from J.P. Morgan and some of these guys from Goldman, they're kind of pricing the market in as Trump was going to win the election, kind of a situation here. Okay, so we got to see how this is all going to shake out. So watch them futures. Okay, if this dumps off or if it rallies up or however what it is. Okay, so just watch those futures and then watch tomorrow because this is going to be a very, very big time political climate here all the way till November till the election time. Okay, so you're going to have ups and downs and that. So don't get caught in any trade. Okay, don't get caught in anything. The best thing you do now is companies like this here is trade them because you can make the money on the situation. This buy and hold, I would just wait off on that a little bit until this election is all done. Because if somebody says, hey, I want to have this particular guy in the White House or this particular guy, and something doesn't work out like this, that market could dump right off on you. And one thing you don't want to do is get caught in that dump, okay? You know, politics is nothing but total bullshit in the first place, but it doesn't have to, you have to use that bullshit to your advantage. That is the key. Use it to your advantage here to make money and put money in your pocket every day. Start on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. By the time you get to Friday, it's like, holy shit, that ironworker guy, man, he knows what the hell he's talking about because you're going to have a pile of cash sitting in your pocket and all that noise isn't going to mean anything. So just watch those futures and see what the reaction is to this assassination attempt here, and then watch Monday what the reaction is on the market. Okay, so that's going to be very, very, very key. Again, this is not a political site. I have no opinion. It's up to you. It's your choice. You do whatever you got to do. All I want you to do is make money. That's what trading is about, making that green. Okay, I'll be back here tonight here. The futures open at 6, probably before 7 o'clock, and I'll have that video for you on crude and natural gas. Okay, thanks for watching.